What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zebulon Law Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and today, y'all, we have another 2024 WNBA scouting report, and we have Ohio State guard Jacy Sheldon. I think Jacy is the most underrated player in this draft class, and I really am a big fan of her game. So without further ado, let's get into it. So Jacy Sheldon, point guard / shooting guard, 5'10", her 2023 stats: 17.8 points per game, 3.2 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, 1.9 steals per game. She shot 50.5% from the floor, 37.3% from three, and 85.8% from the free throw line. So let's get into her strengths. I think her first strength is that she's an elite and efficient shooter. You're talking about a player for her entire career. Y'all shot 49% from the floor, 35% from three, and 86% from the free throw line. Really great efficiency. I don't think Jacy's ever going to be a player that's going to shoot like 41%, 42%, 43%. No. She is going to be in the high 40s, y'all. We just saw this past season she shot 50.5% from the floor. I mean, that's insane for a guard to do that, y'all. Like, that's normally what you expect your small force, your power force to do. But for your point guard, your shooting guard to be that efficient, that says a lot. You look at her next strength, y'all. She is a really good all-around defender. And I think it goes beyond. I think most of us know she's a really good perimeter defender, a really good one-on-one defender. Y'all, she's also a good help defender. There was plenty of times this year at Ohio State where one of her teammates, needed her help defensively, and she came over to the rescue and made it happen. Really solid all-around defender, y'all. And I think because she's 5'10", she will be able to guard some small forwards and some power forwards at the next level. Now, I'm not saying she's going to be able to guard like a Asia Wilson or Brianna Stewart, or Nneka Ogwumike, but she should be able to guard, potentially, let's say like an Azurá Stevens. Even though Azurá Stevens is very tall, she's not very big. So she does have a lot of weight to her. I think Jacy Sheldon could be able to guard multiple positions at the next level. We often know she can guard 1 through 3, but I think she'd be able to guard some power forwards as well. And again, like I said, she's a really good help defender, really good team defender. Very rare, because you see some players that are great perimeter defenders, great one-on-one defenders, but she's just a really solid defender all the way around. Her next strength, y'all, she is a low maintenance player. And what I mean by that is Jacy Sheldon does not need the ball in her hands to be successful. And I think this is probably my favorite part about her game, that she can make things happen without the ball in her hands. She's a really good cutter. She knows how to move. Like, you'll never see Jacy just standing in the corner, y'all. She's constantly moving. Like I said, she's a very good cutter. And she just does all like the things that it's going to take for your team to win. So it might not always show up on the stat sheet with Jacy, even though most of the nights it did with her. But sometimes, say she might only have like 8 or 10 points in the game, but y'all, she's hustling for loose balls, or she's not afraid to stick her nose in and try to get a rebound against a 6'5" or 6'6" player, like doing things like that. So she is a low maintenance player. She does not need the ball in her hands to impact the game. She can just do so many things to try to help her team win. Look at her next strength, y'all. She improved as a ball handler every year at Ohio State. When Jacy Sheldon first came to Ohio State, she was not a good ball handler. She was more of just a catch and shoot player. But you look, y'all, she kept improving. Now I say she's a solid ball handler. And with that, she's improved her playmaking ability. I mean, her first year at Ohio State, she only averaged 1.5 assists. You look at this year, y'all, she averaged nearly 4 assists per game at 3.8, which is still not great for a point guard. And it's a whole lot better than where she came from. But yeah, if y'all have watched Jacy Sheldon throughout her collegiate career, she was not a good ball handler when she first came to Ohio State. She was strictly just a corner sitter, as I like to say. That's all she could do is just sit in the corner. But you saw the last 3 years when she was at Ohio State, y'all, she was able to initiate offense for herself, for her teammates. Actually, she felt comfortable running the offense. She felt comfortable bringing the ball down the court, not just being, I'm just going to throw it to the point guard. I'm just going to throw it to the shooting guard. No, I'm going to actually be the point guard and make things happen. She was able to do that. You look at her next strength, y'all. She is a heady player. I mean, she is a very smart player. You're never going to see Jacy make a lot of mistakes, really, y'all. She really did not make a lot of mistakes at Ohio State. I mean, obviously, every player makes mistakes, but I'm saying the mistakes she made, it was nothing really major because she is such a heady player, one of the highest IQs, I think, in this draft class. And that bodes well for her at the next level. A team is going to really, really love this, y'all. Especially when your point guard or your shooting guard, when she is this heady like this, when she has the high IQ that Jacy Sheldon has, teams are going to cover that, and they're really going to love that. With her next strength, y'all, she has a very high floor. And I think Jacy has reached her ceiling. Like, I don't see her getting any better. But I think her floor, y'all, I think she has the highest floor probably of anybody in this class. Because I just don't see any way in the world that Jacy Sheldon is a bust because of all the skills that she possesses, y'all. Think about that. How many players can you say are like that? Have a very high floor. Now, they might have reached their ceiling. Like I said, I think Jacy has reached her ceiling. I don't think she's going to get any better. But she's already really freaking good right now. Okay? And with her skill sets, y'all, I just don't see any way in the world Jacy is a bust. And you look at her last strength, y'all, she is the ultimate leader. You're talking about she led Ohio State to 3 25-plus win seasons. Y'all remember back in 2021, they went to the Sweet 16. Then in 2022, they went to the Elite 8. And y'all, Jacy Sheldon had a lot to do with that. She's a very good leader vocally. She doesn't say a lot, but when she speaks, her teammates definitely listen to this, y'all. She's a good leader by example, right? She leads by example with her play, even if it's not always scoring the basketball. It's just doing the things, like I said earlier, doing the little things that helps your team win ball games. That's what Jacy Sheldon is all about. So let's get into her weaknesses, y'all. I think she only has 2 weaknesses, and I don't even think they're really a big weakness, but they are weaknesses. So our first weakness, y'all, she's not a great ISO scorer, okay? She's not somebody that you're going to just throw the ball to and say, hey, Jacy, we need a basket, right? She's not that kind of player, y'all. Even though I did say she improved as a ball handler, she's still not an elite ball handler. She doesn't have really the necessary moves to be a good one-on-one scorer, right? That's just not how she is. And I don't think Jacy will ever be that kind of player. Now, is this a big weakness? Like I said, I don't think this is a huge weakness. But a team might see her. Well, she averaged almost 18 points per game this past season. But yeah, but the structure that structure that Ohio State offense was in, y'all, was like kind of different than they didn't just give Jacy Sheldon the ball and say, hey, Jacy, go make things happen. No, they played like as a team, right? They didn't really do a lot of isolation stuff. They didn't run a lot of plays for her. So if a team thinks that's what she is, I'm sorry, y'all, that's not what Jacy is. And then you look to me, y'all, her last weakness is that she's probably a combo guard in the WNBA. Was more of a point guard at Ohio State. When you look at her role at Ohio State, she really had to be a point guard, even though I don't think she has the necessary playmaking skills to be a point guard. I think she is a combo guard, y'all, meaning she can fluctuate between the 1 and the 2. But I don't think she can just strictly be a 1 because she's not the best passer. Like, if you're going to be a point guard, you better be a really good playmaker and passer. I don't think Jacy is that. She's going to be more of a secondary ball handler / playmaker in the WNBA. But teams just need to know that, because I know she did play point guard at Ohio State, but I think she is a combo guard. Like I said, y'all, she's going to have to fluctuate between being a point and a shooting guard at the next level. And I think a team will make her a combo guard, but I just want to throw that out there. Jacy Sheldon cannot be a lead point guard in the WNBA. She can play point guard sometimes, but she cannot be like your primary point guard, your primary ball handler. She's going to have to be a point and a shooting guard. So, y'all, let's get into her pro comparison, her prospect grade, and then I give you the conclusion. So, my pro comparison for Jacy Sheldon is Ariel Atkins and Mikal Bridges. When I look at Jacy Sheldon, y'all, she reminds me a lot of Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins, y'all know, as soon as she came into the WNBA back in 2018, she had instant success. She immediately became one of the best defensive guards in the WNBA. And like Jacy Sheldon, Ariel Atkins is low maintenance, y'all, meaning, again, she does not need the ball in her hands to be successful. When she came to that Mississippi team, you know, they had Elena Della down on it, Tasha Cloud, 2 players that, you know, had the ball in their hands a good amount of the time. So Ariel Atkins had to, like, kind of fit into a role, but she's done that. And we've seen Ariel Atkins probably be one of the more underrated players in the league because, yeah, she's not going to fill up the stat sheet when it comes to scoring or rebounding or assisting, but she can get, you know, 13, 14 points, get you a couple of steals, get you a few rebounds and assists, and she's going to play really hard-nosed defense. She's a really smart player. I think that's what Jacy Sheldon is, y'all. She's going to be like Ariel Atkins. And then Mikal Bridges, y'all know Mikal Bridges, NBA player playing for the Brooklyn Nets. You look at him when Mikal Bridges was at Villanova, he was a 3-and-D player. That's kind of what Jacy Sheldon is, right? A 3-and-D player. I know some people don't like that because they're like, oh my God, only a 3-and-D player. But y'all, even if you're just quote unquote a 3-and-D player, you can still do that at a high level. Mikal Bridges, that's what he did at Villanova. He did it at a high level. Then when he got drafted by the Phoenix Suns, he did it for them at a high level. Now he's having to take on a larger role being with the Brooklyn Nets because, the Nets are not a talented team. But at the end of the day, Mikal Bridges is a 3-and-D player. That's what Jacy Sheldon is. That's what Eric Atkins is. And that's why I compare her to both of those players. My prospect grade for y'all, I gave her a grade of 92, meaning she's a great player. She'll be an all-star / all-NBA player. And I really do believe Jacy Sheldon is going to make some all-star teams. I mean, Eric Atkins does it. Y'all, she's also going to make some all-defensive teams. I mean, again, like I said a few minutes ago, I just don't see any way in the world Jacy Sheldon will not be a really, really, really great player at the next level because of her skill sets. She is the ultimate 3-and-D player, but like a high-level 3-and-D player, right? Because she can't handle the ball a little bit. She also can get to the basket, and she is just a really, really smart player. So in conclusion, y'all, Sheldon might have the highest floor of any player in this draft class because she doesn't have any glaring weaknesses, and her game translates very well to the WNBA. I expect her to have a very long career as a two-way combo guard that will impact the game in multiple ways. And y'all, I really believe that Jacy Sheldon is going to have like a 15-year career, probably make 4 or 5 all-star teams, and we're going to look back and say, wow, why in the world did she fall so low in the draft? Because y'all, I think Jacy Sheldon, right now I currently have her going 8 to the Chicago Sky. But I think you can make a case for her to go 4 or 5. I mean, she is a really, 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 really good prospect, y'all. Like I said, she just does not have any glaring weaknesses to her game. She really doesn't. I mean, you're talking about her 2 biggest weaknesses. Okay, she's not an ISO scorer. She's not really a point guard. She's more of a combo guard. But look at all her strengths, y'all. Heady player, is a really efficient scorer and shooter. Great all-around defender. Is a leader. That is a really freaking great player right there. That is a multiple-time WNBA All-Star. So I think a team is going to be very lucky, especially if Jacy ends up following y'all, which I think Jacy Sheldon is going to follow in the draft because I don't think a lot of people are talking about her. And I think whichever team gets her is going to be very lucky because you are going to have a 15, in my opinion, y'all, I think Jacy Sheldon is going to have like a 15-year career. And she's going to be a really, really great player. And also, she's going to do all the little things that it takes to win basketball games because that's the kind of player she is. She's very unselfish. She's all about the team. And all Jacy wants to do is win, 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 no matter what. So there you have it, y'all. That is my 2024 WNBA scouting report for Ohio State guard Jacy Sheldon. Remember, laughter is good medicine, so make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm an Indian man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.